In this video, it's the Phase 3 expanding double brackets unit. We're going to look at C1 and F1. Expanding double brackets. That's two sets of brackets right next to each other. So for example, an F1 question would look like this. Two sets of brackets next to each other. And anything could go inside, including something algebraic. But if these two brackets are next to each other, it means they're being multiplied. So all we're talking about is multiplication. So let's take it back to C1. A concept, just multiplying two numbers together. Say 13 multiplied by 12. That's 156. But I want to talk about it in terms of brackets. I'm going to say 13 is 10 add 3, and 12 is 10 add 2. When these brackets are next to each other, it just means they're being multiplied. So 10 add 3 multiplied by 10 add 2, it's exactly the same as 13 multiplied by 12. But I'm going to do it anyway, even though I have the answer, with a grid. So let's start over here. We're multiplying. We've got our 10, and we've got this add 3 over here. That fully including the symbol as well. We've got our 10, and we're multiplying, and we've also got an add 2. I've placed all my numbers. I'm going to put it into this grid. You might have seen this before as an alternative to column multiplication. But like I said, we're multiplying. 10 multiplied by 10 is 100. Positive 3 multiplied by 10, that's a positive number, positive 30. 10 multiplied by positive 2 is a positive number, positive 20. And a positive 2 multiplied by a positive 3 is a positive 6. Okay, so that's 10 add 3 multiplied by 10 add 2. And it's just all these entries put next to each other. Positive 30, so I put positive 30. Positive 20, so I put positive 20. Positive 6, so I put positive 6. So it's telling me actually 100, add 30, add 20, add 6. I can collect all these terms together. I've got 156. You knew that already, and you know it now using this grid method. And the grid method is important because that's what we're going to use here. When we don't know it's a 10, it's not a constant, it's something unknown. It could be anything. And in this case, it's an algebraic x. When you have a grid method like this, it's very easy to see. So the brackets, the double brackets, they're next to each other. That means we're multiplying. I don't have a 10 anymore, I have an x. And it's still that positive 3. That multiplied by x and a positive 2. Okay, into the grid. X multiplied by x is x squared. Positive 2 multiplied by x is positive 2x. Just take a moment. These two products should be different. This is x squared because it's x multiplied by itself. But this is 2x because it's x multiplied by 2. Okay, this is x multiplied by positive 3, so that's a positive 3x. Positive 2 multiplied by positive 3 is positive 6. So that means you have x add 3 multiplied by x add 2, and you can use this grid to get all the terms of your expanded polynomial. X squared. Add 3x over there. Add 2x is over there. And then add 6 is over here. Okay, I'm looking at this polynomial. I've got x squared terms. I've got a plus 6 here. And I've got 2x terms here. I can collect these. So that's what you're going to do next. Positive 3x plus 2x. You've got 3x and you're adding on 2x. So that's positive 5x. So those two together. Positive 5x, x squared, and then add 6 as well. Don't forget the add 6. And that's your polynomial right there. You've expanded your double brackets, put them into a grid, collected any like terms, and this gets a green highlight. It's your polynomial. Okay, you try. Pause the video and give it a go. In about 2 seconds, I'll give a clue for what the grid should be, and in about 5 seconds, I'll give you the whole answer. Okay, so you've got your x squared together here. Add 3x here. This is a plus x, because positive 1 multiplied by x is a positive 1x, which is just the same as positive x. Positive 1 multiplied by positive 3 is a positive 3. Collect your like terms. Positive 3x, add x is positive 4x, and that there is your polynomial. Okay, I'm going to give you a question that could be a trick question, or you might not see the trick. This one. Okay, so give this one a go yourself. I'm going to see what you do. Pause the video and see what you got up to. In about 3 seconds, I'll give you the clue for the grid. And here we go. Okay, so I'm still keeping the 3 at the front. I've got the positive x here, I'll keep it right there. X and a positive 1 here into your grid. You've got your terms here. The 2 like terms are over here. Collect them. You've got 4x. Add x squared, add 3. Okay. So, just looking back at these 2 questions, they should be exactly the same. 3 add x is exactly the same as x add 3. And x add 1 is obviously the same as x add 1. That means when you expand these 2, you should get the exact same polynomial. So this one should be the same as this one, and they are. You're just swapping around the order of your terms and keeping everything with the sign next to it. And that's just the same as x squared. That positive 3, I could just keep it on the end there. Oh, that's. And that 4x over there is exactly the same. So these 2 really are exactly the same question. But do bear in mind that you have to keep your symbol next to your coefficient. Okay, so just to summarise, we did 4 things. We started off with double brackets. Put them in the grid. First bracket goes at the top, second bracket goes on the side. We then collected our like terms. And at the very end, we got ourselves a polynomial. So that was the thing I was highlighting every time in green, was our polynomial. And just a quick definition for our polynomial, it's a sum, adding or subtracting, a sum of powers of x. X to the power of 2, this is x to the power of 1, and x to the power of 0. So you've got powers of x. And that is how you expand double brackets.